So the things that would actually be a bit difficult about this plushie. So the thing that would be difficult about making this into a plushie is firstly the transparent material of the wings. I try very hard to get correct transparencies, like using sheer fabric. For your wings, it is possible to get this blue to white coloring. Actually, it would be very difficult to find. I have no idea why. For some reason, 2-color gradient fabric is just really difficult to find. And this would have to be mesh fabric to get that kind of transparency. But the second thing is that it will kind of be impossible to make these wings look as cool as they do in your artwork because there's nothing supporting them. So here, I don't know what they are. Are they hard light or are they just magic or fire or thrusters? I'm not sure. In a plushie, you would have to either have some rods going through. If you have rods going through them, they can't be transparent anymore. If they don't have rods going through them, they're just gonna be floppy. You're gonna have floppy wings. And that would just look lame. And I can't make Big Dave look lame if he's gonna be a plushie. It's energy shooting out. Yeah, it would look so lame if I tried to make it into a plushie and it just flopped all over the place because there's nothing to hold it steady. And if I put something in to hold it steady, then it can't be transparent anymore and they're not gonna look as cool. Mechanical parts in plushies are difficult to do because the whole thing that makes mechanical parts looks mechanical for the most part is hard straight lines. Is like sharp angles, barely any curves. You only really see curves if it's futuristic sci-fi where they've advanced so far that they've taken the angles out of like robots and stuff. And that's difficult to do in a plushie because plushies are usually soft. And it's difficult to get hard angles in them. It is possible, but it's excuse the language, it's bloody hard. It's really hard to get straight angles in plushie making. Again, it is possible, but it's difficult because you gotta cut it in certain ways and like even then after you do all of that, it never looks fully angled. It still has a curve to it because it's plushy, it's soft, it's you know, it's not gonna keep a shape. And I don't want to use plastics or stuff in my plushie because I want them to be fully cuddleable. Okay, I'm so sorry Dave, this is just the wings. This is just the wings and why it would be difficult to do it. There are ways to do it, but I would complain about it the whole way. Let's move on to Dave himself. This kind of neon blue is a bit harder to find in felt, so I probably would choose a different material for it. This is like Dave Evangelion, the full form of Dave. So if I'm gonna make Dave into a plushie, I'm gonna go all out. I'm not gonna kitty out, you know, make it two and take off the wings and just put him in like a boring suit or just put him in the helmet. I wanna go in. I wanna go all in. As his 4 eyes also, that's his eyebrows. I wanna go all in. So the blue would be very hard to find, especially because I would want to do this blue justice. This is so beautiful. I would have to go out looking for a specific fabric for that, and depending on what that fabric material is, it could be really hard to work with. The face wouldn't be too difficult to do because the features are not too difficult, but it would be difficult to fit all 4 eyes on a plushie. If you've seen plushies, and I'll show you guys later, there's not a lot of space. So either I make the eyes really small or I get a bigger plushie. Either way, difficult. I don't like doing VTubers with ponytails. Not because it's bad, just because it's difficult. It's difficult to do ponytails because there's a whole separate piece of hair you now gotta create. So sorry, Dave. I'm just roasting you today. We could make a stream out of this one. I'll roast a bunch of you guys and talk about why your designs are awesome, but your plushies would be difficult. The suit, not too difficult to do, and just make black hands. And it's actually not too much of a problem. You wouldn't have your claws, unfortunately. Actually, no, it would still be difficult because I would want to add all the detail of that armor on top of it. Yeah, plushies need knobs, but the knobs could be customized. Also, gold trim on your boots. This is so gold embroidery thread. Metallic embroidery thread is so difficult to work with. It's basically tinsel. It's like tinsel. It doesn't do what you want and frays. When you lay it down, it looks nice, but the feeling is not that great. The shoes have, they're not just normal shoes. They got armored bits on them, and I would want to put those armored bits in. So that would also be difficult, and at some point I probably give up and just make nubs. But yes, this is why Big Dave, like, okay, look at it, look at this. Look at this detail in the wing. Look at this entire, look at this amount of, there's red lines on the thing as well. We have to put all of that in. Yes, that's my presentation on why Big Dave would be really difficult to turn into a plushie, but also really awesome. And if Big Dave ever wins a plushie raffle or commissions me, I will do that. I just want you to know it's probably gonna take me longer than 2 months, or maybe 2 months.